are a few exceptions to this. If you're going to like the Henry Clay Inn or Ashland Coffee and Tea, obviously you don't need to provide transportation to go across the railroad tracks. However, that will need to be made, told us, and we will have to approve that for you. However, otherwise you must get some sort of transportation to take to and from the event. Guest list, your guest list is due, still 4 times the membership, and it is due at the time of registration, and you can update it. Wristbands, all members who are drinking age are given a wristband for this event, and individual's name should be checked off the guest list. Again, this says that if it's off campus, they'll provide the wristbands, but if you need wristbands, we will make sure that you have them. Food and non-alcoholic beverages, you must provide some sort of food and non-alcoholic beverages to your guests while they are at the event. So if you are having an off-campus event, again, if it is off-campus, it has to be third-party vendor. This registration for off-campus events is due 2 weeks prior to the event. So this is different. This is 2 weeks prior, and the host organization must provide transportation. Remember that. No overnight social events are permitted at all. You are not allowed to stay overnight anywhere, and while you are off campus, you still are expected to follow college policy. If you do not, and there are violations to that, you could be adjudicated through the college judicial process. So events outdoors, you must reserve the space through the buzz and fill out the proper registration for it. Approved areas include Mary Branch Terrace, the Broad parking lot, Copley Courtyard, and then there are other areas on campus as well. Setup requests must be made at the time of registration. So when you're registering the event, you must put in your physical plant request with that. An outdoor festival application must be completed 21 days in advance. So if you're having an event outdoors, you have to fill out the application 21 days in advance. You can pick that up from our office, and it must be signed by the Senior Associate Dean of Students, who's Dean Hall, so the Senior Associate Dean of Students, the Assistant Dean of Students, James McGee, and then the Ashland Police Department must sign it as well. In order to have an event outdoors, you must have all of those things, and it's not completely considered official until the town of Ashland has received it. If you're having amplified music, you also must fill out a form for that, and that must be filled out 21 days in advance as well.
That one isn't easy to fill out. It's 17 pages, requires different signatures from across the town and county. I thought I could do it one day, I was wrong, so do not wait till the last minute. It is 21 days, the police department do not take it. It's a plan.
Yes. Additional regulations for outdoor events, including alcohol. You must have, if you have an event outdoors, it must be blocked off, and only people that are 21 years old can enter into that area, and the alcohol may not leave that area. Sorry, I'm sorry.
So hazing, you kind of have an idea what hazing is. RMC hazing policy, I'm not going to read it to you, all of us can read it, you can find it on the website, you can Google it. Subtle hazing, so this is the hardest form to find, because some people cannot be hazing, some people can be. You never know what a person's breaking point is. You do not want to test that. Again, you do not want to end up on the news. No matter how, if fame is there or not, people know what briefs do or think what they do, and news is usually not our friends, parents are our friends. Just do not take any chances. So deception, name calling, signing the merits, making the members do something you make the actors do, silence periods. I mean, some hazing, again, sometimes people can't see it, sometimes people do, and then they go and talk to James or someone. Just don't do it. Harassment, hazing, this one's easier to spot. I mean, verbal abuse, forcing them to stay awake, expecting to harass others, sexual simulations, threats, stunts. Again, these, you can do it in public, people actually can see it. Again, you may be doing something you guys are fine with it, so an outsider sees, complains to police or James or something, there's a claim on their hands and you can't do anything about it. Violent hazing, this is the stuff you get to see on, on the news, ABC, CNN, burning, bondage, public nudity. The big things that you see, the chopper gets suspended, everyone hates them, and why it's required, why do we have it on our campuses? Did this cost money? Did this cost that, public image? Why do we want them on the campus? And then you just give people more ammo, you live up to your stereotypes. So try not to just be another statistic. Hazing, you got to think about it, don't do it. This is the hazing hotline. So this is, once you call, it's completely, anonymous, you won't know. Just say something that's happened, and if anything else on campus that you see happen, call it, just report it. Again, if you don't report, then maybe at the end of the semester you say, oh, this happened back in September. Well, you didn't report it then, you can't find a pattern. If there's a pattern, the pattern gives us something to go off on. If it's just an isolated incident, okay, we'll keep an eye on it. We wait until the end of the semester, well, it's the end of the semester, we'll see what we do. But it's constantly happening, and we know there's a certain place that it keeps happening every weekend. That's something for us, campus safety to look at. Jay?
Okay, so auxiliary groups. Auxiliary groups are prohibited. These are big brother, little brother, sweetheart groups. All of them are prohibited here on this campus. This is because there are only 4 organizations in the country that are allowed to discriminate they're allowed to membership based on gender. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, fraternities, and sororities. If we start letting females or males into our organizations, then we are putting our Title IX exemption at risk. So we do not allow to have auxiliary groups here on campus. Weapons, drugs, and sexual misconduct, all of them are absolutely prohibited. You can find out more about this in Fish Bill, but violations to this can result in suspension. Fire, health, and safety, and clean air salutes. We have met with all housing managers to go over this stuff, but just to let everybody know some of the things that are happening. We do the monthly fire, health, and safety checks in all of the houses. They are random, you don't know when we are coming. It is myself, the fire marshal, physical plant, and campus safety. We are not doing these checks to try to get you in trouble. Okay? This is not us going and looking around stuff. We are doing this to try to keep you safe. The fire marshal is looking for certain things. The things that he is telling you to do is to keep you all safe. There are things in the policy that he is saying. We've met with, after each one, we meet with the president and kind of go over what it says. These are misdemeanors that they are not taken care of, and you can be fined up to $1,000 a day for each time things are not taken care of. We have a good relationship with the fire marshal, and so he's willing to work with us. However, if he sees the same problem persisting and repeating itself, then he will take further action. You can also be taken to our conduct office for failure to comply. So please make sure if your house manager or your president is saying that these are things that you need to be doing, please make sure you are doing them, just to keep your house and your members safe. Okay.
Social justice, so based on the last year of things that have happened across the country, as we talk about risk management, we want to make sure you guys are aware. That's what social justice is just going to be really quick, and we just want to make sure everyone's up to speed, everyone knows. The self-work is the life force of social justice that comes from within us. The basis, I could say, is give respect, get respect, that's it. There's no game to be mean to some people. The table of complex identities, if you see the chart, the first column is just parts of our identity, parts of who we are as people. The second is anything that could be counted as a privilege. The third is anything that could be oppressed or a minority compared to privilege section. So just for a minute, just look at it in silence. Think about where your privilege lies, how if you can be oppressed. Are you surprised you have more privilege than you thought, or you have less than you thought, or you're kind of in the middle? And for those who don't know, cisgender means your sexual orientation, your outer appearance, everything matches. So I'm a male, I talk like a male, I am a male, everything, I'm cisgender. This is a quick way, because we do a new event called the Privilege Walk, where everyone starts in the equal line. And based on statements, you either move forward or you move back. And then at the end, you can see who's really far above you, who's really back, who's staying in the middle. In my grad program, the questions were a little more intense. One question was, have you ever seen your dad hit your mom? And I was shocked by how many people took a step back to that question. People you think the little Miss Perfect, she took the most steps back out of all of us. So you never know about just looking at someone. You don't know where they come from, what they've been through. So get to know someone before you make any judgments about them. So dimensions of identity, your family background, your social cultural conditions, current experiences. We don't know what you've been through. We don't know if you have a happy family, a broken family, if you're adopted, if you live in poverty, if you live in certain parts of the country or the world. We don't know that until we start talking to you. So again, I know we judge a book by its cover, but at this point it gets us in trouble a lot. Just understand someone because you don't know where they're from. You don't know if they're taking a face just to be strong for the family, for the friends. You don't know. You never know. Social justice, so this is a term, so it's just being reflected in an ongoing process about our privilege, oppression, actions, using our privilege to transform people, what people think, just getting people to respect each other. That's all we ask for. We don't say go above and beyond and do anything else extra. Just respect everyone you see in this room, on this campus, in Ashland, in the world. We just need to make a safer place. I mean, some of us know the feeling of living in danger, some of us don't know, and that's where the divide kind of comes, and we have to kind of talk to each other. Sometimes oppression is created intentionally. Some people, we know people are out there just to cause problems. Oppression is not always created intentionally. Some people are born into it, they never know what they're doing is wrong. You have to really look and see if the intent is there, or they really be a dick and just want to make you feel bad about yourself, push you down, or do they just not know? And it's hard sometimes to tell. Privilege is the sum and often invisible benefits, so when you're born into it, you're born out of it. Oppression is just about keeping that power and making sure I'm better than you. You're colored, you're a woman, you're disabled, you're below me. We don't want that. Everyone treat respect and respect back. Macro questions. So micro, because these are brief and common. These are things we say every day. We don't know about it. We know back in grade school, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, people used to say anything was stupid. You could say that's gay, that's retarded. Now, if you say it, you don't want to say that in public because people are going to be offended, people are going to hear you, people are going to start talking about you. And what if someone is mentally disabled or homosexual and you're just calling someone stupid and using those terms? How does that make you feel? Insults, invalidation, so just because someone gets, maybe you do say that's retarded and someone gets hurt by it, invalidating it, saying you shouldn't feel like that, it's stupid, it's minor, why are you making a problem about that? Who are you to decide how someone should take something and who shouldn't? Behaviors, actions, or remarks that create rudeness. Again, you have to see the intent. Am I really being mean to you, or am I just saying it because I don't know? That's a conversation, educate, just talk to each other. Now, have you heard these statements? So, where are you from? Where were you born? You speak good English. Going to my own personal life, I have been told I speak too white for someone like me. Someone asked for where I was born, I would say Monterey Park, California. Where are your parents born? I would say Los Angeles. Where are your grandparents? Los Angeles. Go on, Texas. Go on, Texas. I don't know what you're saying. I'm 6th generation Steve. I don't know what you want me to say. But the message is you're not American, you do not belong. Assuming agents are naturally more intelligent in sciences than math. Again, anyone can be good at math. It doesn't matter your skin color, your hair color, where you're born from, in this country, out of this country, it doesn't matter. Are you a bio major? So I say woman, she's a bio major. Obviously, she only could be a nurse, because I don't want a woman being a doctor or operating on me. Because some people, and it's going to hurt when I say this, because some people can't say it, women can't hold power because they're too emotional, if it's that time of the month, and they're going to blow everything up. It sucks, but how many of you can imagine someone saying that? If you're gay, you need some decorating tips. Oh, you're the female, the gay guy with the group here, do this poster, make it look pretty. How many times have you seen that to done that yourself? And the last one, you're here on the basketball scholarships. Obviously, you have no academic, you're not here because of your grades. You're here for entertainment and you just need to perform for a sports team and here's for the classes for you. Some of them are actually the smartest people on the campus. And again, it's just to jump to conclusions. We see skin color, we see hair color, whatever, we just make these assumptions. Cultural appropriations. I know this one hits close to the upperclassmen probably. Do not do a theme party. Do not do a theme party because it will come on the news. If you Google certain terms. This is the first one that pops up. All these images pop up on Google. RMC hates the fact that it pops up on Google. And it's another reason if you do something like this, we're having this talk right now. So if you guys do it, when it comes back down to me and Jamie, we have spoken to you, you took your test, you do better. So that wipes our hands clean. RMC is going to wipe their hands clean as fast as they can. And you guys are equipped for lawsuits and media coverage like a college is, and a college wants no part of that. So you guys are ready to lawyer up, that's cool. I'm not personally, so we try to make sure we cover all bases. We don't want to just pry into our lives. We don't want to wake up on Twitter and say RMC, you know, not to Zeta, finance data, SE, trending. We don't want that. We're a culture, not a costume. Be respectful. One is clearly better than the other. So just make sure you never know whose breaking points is what the breaking point's going to be. I have a little more thick skin, so I'll probably just roll my eyes and continue my night. Other people, not used to it, they get offended easily, and then your party blows up, someone tweets about it, someone puts it on Instagram, and you know, as soon as you put it up, someone can take screenshots before you take it down. And just make sure, you never know, again, some people have long breaking points. Nothing really on my skin to unless you're really doing it to my face. Other people, as soon as you don the hat and mustache, it's over. So just make sure you're being respectful. If you have to think about it, it's like hazy. If you have to think about it, don't do it. Because just think about it, are you ready for the backlash that can possibly happen? Any questions?
If you were late and didn't swipe in, please make sure that you do, otherwise you will not be counted as here and you will not be able to take the exam. With that said, you're going to get everyone uploaded on tonight, so you should be able to take the exam in about 48 hours. Okay, that's all, thank you. So,